Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline.
Here we go.
Now here's Wright. On the wing, Williams launches it. Good on the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here he goes. Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
Love to see Chalmers attacking the basket and keeping the pressure on the defense.
Here's Brewer. Bangs home the trifecta.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Chalmers outside. Outside Jackson. Rebounded by Fareed. Here's Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 5 points so far.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Now here's Beasley. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Fareed. Here's Koulibaly. Back to Banchero. Shot clock at 6. Williams with the block. And he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Clark, I know you'd agree, Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Banchero. Brewer with the steal. Now here's Williams. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Beasley outside. Here's Fareed. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here is Chalmers. Can they get it? No good off the front iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Brewer. From outside the arc. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Brewer's got 6.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Here's Koulibaly. Nothing on the board. Fareed with a clean look. Hits it from three-point range.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Koulibaly. Top 3 off the mark. Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
The kick out to Williams. Fires from deep. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Pass to Jackson. Stolen by Fareed. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Shoots. Wembanyama with the rebound. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Chalmers with it. Over right. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Pass to right. The three. Hits the three-point bomb. He has 7.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And the dunk by Fareed.
Fareed known for being a great dunker. Give him any room to work with, and he's getting to that rim.
With the drive. And the basket by Chalmers.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Lets it fly from 18. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star break in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Chalmers scanning the floor. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. And that one comes up a bit short. Al Brewer, he has 6. To the paint. Here's Wright, and Wright throws it down hard.
And, you know, Brewer does a lot of things well, including passing the rock.
Here's Koulibaly. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Out left to the wing. Back to Wembanyama. Over in the corner, Chalmers. Drills the three-pointer. Chalmers has got 5 points now this quarter.
Chalmers kept his eyes on the rim, playing with confidence.
Here's Brewer, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Wembanyama, that's for 2. Count it good. Wembanyama's got his second bucket.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
Wide open look here for Wright. Connects from three-point range.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Wright. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. And Wright throws it down hard.
Hey, we know DeLon Wright has a terrific all-around game, but tonight it's been all about his scoring.
On the wing, Jackson. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now here's Beasley. Jacks up a three. For three. Hands it from downtown. Beasley's got 6 in the quarter.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Fareed, left side. It's deflected. It's stolen by Banchero. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
And it's slammed in by Fareed.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Good on the three-point shot.
This team really relies on Chalmers knocking down threes, spacing the floor. That's where he really brings some value.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for him so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Here's Beasley. He has 6. Beyond the arc. That shot off. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Delivering the blowout. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that side. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Black. There's a killer two-handed slam.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Home team foul. Anthony Black. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the home team. Here's Koulibaly. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Dunn. Stolen by Chalmers. And they're pushing it up. And here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
There's the triple. A three-pointer is right on target. Vitadze's got 5 now.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide-open three.
There's the pick. Reddish. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Pass to Bitadze. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And that one's good, Ellison.
Boy, just a simple feed that time by Mario Chalmers finding the open man.
And stolen by Chalmers. Launches the three, and the three ball is good. Chalmers has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Here's Jeffries. Misses the 3. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Pass to Koulibaly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's the screen. A nice shot by Black. He has 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. Drops in the tray.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Bitadze. Just 4 to shoot. Herter with it. Puts up a 3. Ellison with the rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
.55 seconds left in the third. And Reddish with the slam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Here's Bitadze. That's good from 17 feet away. Bitadze's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
Here is Jeffries. They set the pick. Chalmers outside. It could go. And that one released in time, but no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Beasley with it. Pick by Williams. Takes the 3. And Michael Beasley good for 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Pass to Wembanyama. Clock at 6. Williams with the block. Fires for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
In the corner, it's Brewer. Down low. Left side, Williams. Beasley outside. This one for three. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Hey, the terrific instincts and timing that Fareed has, coupled with his reach, that lets him block a lot of shots.
Launches a three. Drills it from outside.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Here's Koulibaly. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Here's Banchero. Rebound by Williams.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Brewer. And Brewer with the stuff.
Fantastic athleticism from Brewer there. His arms that go forever, it seems, make it easy for him to dunk it down.
He takes it in, and Chalmers slams it in.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Here's Koulibaly. Outside for Jackson. And there's the drive. Williams with the block. Three-pointer right. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Takes a three. Knocks down the three ball.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Williams a screen. Now Beasley.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
There's the drive. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. Two shots coming up.
Personal foul.
No hesitation, total commitment from Chalmers on that drive. Took it right to the defense and drew the foul.
And so Chalmers nails both of them. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Beasley for three. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Koulibaly with it. Guarded now by Michael Beasley. Pass to Chalmers. The tray. That's his fifth miss of the game. He has made 6 of his 11 shots. Beasley outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Wembanyama. Rebound by Williams. Now here's Beasley. Fires away from outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long. 2K. Sports presents the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Here we go. Here we go.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And here is Wright. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Timeout, timeout.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Beasley outside. Here's the three. Drops in the tray.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Chalmers. Here's Banchero. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Beasley outside. Spins. At the elbow, Williams. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Beasley. Screen by Fareed. And stolen by Wembanyama. Outside Jackson. Beasley with the steal. Here's Brewer. And it's slammed in by Brewer.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Beasley outside. To the paint. Here's Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now, here's Chalmers. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Back to Chalmers. A 3 from Wembanyama. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now, here's Chalmers. Banchero outside. Back to Chalmers. Wembanyama outside. Tries the spin move. Pass to Jackson. Goes back up. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
For 3. They grab their own miss. It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul, third team foul.
And that one falls for Williams.
Sheldon Williams. 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Chalmers with it. On the wing, Koulibaly. Just 5 on the clock. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The visitors on defense. There's a screen by Williams. Beasley with it. Picked up by Banchero. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Team foul.
And the first one drops.
At the line for 2. Sheldon Williams.
And both free throws good for Williams.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now, here's Chalmers. And Chalmers slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And Beasley drops both of them. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Banchero. Here's Koulibaly. 5 to shoot. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Right, looking around. Here is Brewer. Williams up on top. Beasley outside. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Fareed. Pass to Brewer. Now here's Williams. He's covered by Banchero. Here's Brewer. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now Koulibaly takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And here's Beasley. He's got 9. Takes a 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star grade in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Now Koulibaly. Michael Beasley missing on the 3. Here's Wembanyama. Shot clock at 6. Here's Banchero. Goes back up. Easy money for Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Pass to Beasley. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Good on the triple. Beasley's got 12 in the game.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Banchero outside. Now Jackson. Over in the corner, Chalmers. Pass to Wembanyama. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
The quickness of DeLon Wright is a lot for defenders to deal with. How pretty is that drive?
Now, here's Chalmers. 6 points for him. Here's Banchero. Pass to Chalmers. And it's Wright sending it back.
See the quick reflexes of DeLon Wright. Twice on the pipe.
And that one drops for him.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Substitution on the court.
1:58 left in the first half. And stolen by Wright. And they're pushing it up. Fires for 3. It's good from long range. Brewer's got his second bucket of the game to go.
What a pretty pass from DeLon Wright. This guy can play 1 or 2, but that passing ability is important at either position.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Black. Good on the three-point shot. Black's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Brewer. And he hits the jump shot. 1:09 left in the first half of the game. Here's Black. And the layup's good off the glass. Black's got 5 points so far. Fareed outside. Kicks it out to Beasley. A three. That one misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
.36 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. He made open, let me find him.
Here's Black. He has 5. Herter on the wing. 20 feet out. And Williams pulls it down. Brewer with the ball. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Black. Ellison with the rebound. Chalmers outside. Jeffries. Stolen by Jackson. And here's the break. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
At the line for the away team.
That one misses from Jackson. Pass to Bitadze. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. And Jackson gets to go.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Now, here's Chalmers. Offline with his 3. Pass to Black. Here's Bitadze. Jackson with the screen. Back to Black. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Now here's Herter. Still scoreless. Back to Black. Pass to Herter. Jacks up a 3. Ellison with the rebound. Here's Reddish. Here's Ellison. Tipped away. And here we go. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Pass to Jeffries. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside Jackson takes the three. Hands it from downtown. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Pass to Herter. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Herter's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Beasley. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Beasley's got 16.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Over in the corner, Banchero. Right from outside. Drains the three-pointer. He has 5.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
.129 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Brewer. Outside Williams. And here's Beasley. And there's the call on Kevin Herter. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Beasley for 3. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Black. He's got 7. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Brewer. Buries the corner 3.
Boy, it's a risky move to pull up from three-point range on the break, but it's a shot he's very comfortable with.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Bitadze. 32 seconds left to play here in the third. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Black. Pass to Herter. Here's De Silva. Covered by Beasley. Done outside. Here's Herter. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. They're up by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Now Beasley. Screen by Fareed. And Michael Beasley good for 3. Beasley's got 22 points.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Banchero, that's good.
I'll tell you, Banchero wants to see the answer from 3, and he decides to do it himself.
Outside Williams. Beasley the screen. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And here's the fast break. Beasley with a clean look. Off target with his 3. Down low. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Fareed throws it down.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Williams. And Williams throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
First team foul.
Beasley outside. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Beasley's got 11 in the second half.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Wright outside. And finished off by Wright.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. From deep. Koulibaly, no good.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
And here is Brewer. At the top of the key, Williams. Picked by Williams. A wide open look here for Wright. And it's off from 3-point range. Wembanyama looking it over. Count that one.
Well, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Back to Beasley.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And here's Chalmers for three. Rebounded by Fareed. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Fifth personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Benyama outside. From the arc. That one doesn't drop. Fareed with it. And so the home crowd treated to a win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. Live on 2. Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
Now, Wright. Pass to Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Here's Chalmers. Over to the left wing. Wembanyama with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Releases. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Here's Chalmers. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Here's Irving. And the slam dunk by Irving.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Here's Wembanyama. Kicks it out to Banchero. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Wright looking around. Down low. Here's Koulibaly.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Banchero outside. Off the run and stolen by Irving. Pass to Wright. Koulibaly with it. Whitmore defending. That's tipped.
And there's Whitmore, that 7-foot wingspan coming in handy.
And Chalmers slams it in.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Aiton. Right outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Chalmers with it. Now guarded by Aiton. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Right down low. Here's Koulibaly. Defended by Wembanyama. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. Mobo can't hit. Pass to Irving.
The ball goes to the away team.
We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Here's Mobo. And here's Banchero. He's covered by Irving. And Banchero. Here we go. Here's Irving. He's got 5. A wide open look here for Wright. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Back to Whitmore. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Whitmore's got 5 points so far. On the wing, Koulibaly. Outside Jackson. No good on the triple.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Banchero now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
That shot missing. Good defense by Wembanyama. And a wide open look for Whitmore. It's good. This game is all even. He's got 8.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes the break. And the basket by Chalmers.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And so here's the home team. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Mobo. And here's Jackson. Over in the corner, Chalmers. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Chalmers has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest that block.
To the middle. Picked him clean. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Chalmers outside. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Wembanyama. No good, unable to end this run. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Mobo. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Pass to Reddish. Clock at 4. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. That one misses. His first miss of the game after making his first 3. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Reddish. Swatted away. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Black, no good. Here's Mobo. Still yet to score. To the paint. Here's Wright. And finished off by Wright.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. With the drive, and Chalmers slams it in.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Koulibaly. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Mobo. Mobo with the rebound. That's tipped. Inside. Here's Wright. Ellison with the rebound. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. 10 points separating the teams.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Black.
2 minutes.
Pass to Ellison. Outside Irving. Out to the right wing. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Hits it from three-point range.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And there's a minute 45 left in the second quarter. Pass to Fareed. Now Wembanyama. Defended by Chalmers. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
To the right side. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Puts it up from 17. And it's Ayton missing. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. It's good from long range. Banchero's got 5 points so far. Irving drives in. And the slam dunk by Irving.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
Oh, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Whitmore with it, and it's Reddish picking him up. And it's good, 2 points. Wembanyama's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
To the left wing. Back to Chalmers. Ayton a screen. And the basket by Chalmers. He's got 11.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Banchero with the screen. And it's Whitmore missing. Irving drives in. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Fareed.
And just very little chance of that pass finding the target from that distance.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Substitution on the court.
And stolen by Wembanyama. That one, no good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
Your home team.
They're up by 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
It's right on the wing. On the wing, Koulibaly. Pass to Ellison. 6 on the shot clock. He takes it in. The shot, no good. Good defense by Wembanyama. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And just a loss of concentration there, and they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
Yeah, you hate to see sloppy, careless play like that. It's so unnecessary.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pass to Mobo. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Black, guarded by Wright. To the paint. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. Here's Reddish. On the wing, Koulibaly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fareed outside. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Stolen by Fareed. Pass to Koulibaly. Over Koulibaly. Koulibaly, no good. And Dr. J slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. This trip is his 2nd to the free throw line in this one.
A great athlete and an even better human being. It's easy to love Julius Erving. What he brings to this team and also what he brings to the community.
First personal foul, 2nd team foul. At the line for your home team, Mobo. Shooting 1. Checking in for your home team, Cam Reddish. Shepard.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Boy, you have to be impressed.
with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Free throw drops for Wright. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And they get it. That shot off the mark.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Clock at 6. Pass to Ellison. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ellison's got 5 points so far.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And the basket is good. Wright's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
You cannot leave them alone like that, especially from long range.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Here's Reddish. Screen by Fareed. Over to the wing. Pass to Black. Back to Fareed. It's stolen by Reddish. Releases. Bank shot. No good.
Home team foul. Cam Reddish. Second personal foul. First team foul.
That's good from Coulibaly. Here's Black. Still without a basket. On the wing, Coulibaly. A three ball. Ellison with the rebound. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
They get the rebound. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Here's Ellison. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take the end of this game.
And the dunk by Wright.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
With 4 seconds on the clock, Coulibaly, no good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And here is Chalmers. Wembanyama with the rebound. And now Chalmers running the floor all by himself. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Irving. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Here's Banchero. Got a piece of it. Here's Chalmers. Here's Coulibaly. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And it's Irving missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Chalmers outside. Ayton wide open. No good with the triple. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way. Connects from 3-point range.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Irving misses. Here's Whitmore. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from 8. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And that's what they want to see out of Jackson, getting out on the break and just busting it up the court.
Driving inside.
What a contest this is turning into. Almost like a dunk contest, Kevin.
You're right, Greg. They are really going at it. It's bound to only get more intense from here on out. Here's Banchero. Off target with his 3.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that one.
Out to the right wing. From deep. And that one's good, Ayton.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Here's Irving. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, if you have the killer instinct he showed there, it doesn't matter what the size disadvantage is.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Good on the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Irving surveying the floor. Back to Ayton. Shot clock at 6. They grab their own miss. Outside Jackson. For the 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time.
Mario Chalmers.
That is his first foul of the game.
Foul. First team foul.
There's 57 seconds left in the 4th. The deep 3 from Wembanyama. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. And then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Assist from Mobo.
Here's Chalmers. 26 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The deep 3 from Irving. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. The kick out to Irving from deep 3-point land. Again, Irving missing. And so they get the victory here at home. And the outcome of this one was never
We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Now right. Now here's Irving. Deflected.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on, improving his ability to knock away shots.
The three from Ayton. Right side, Wembanyama. The three. And Ayton pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Irving for three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Outside Whitmore. To the middle. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Coulibaly brings the double. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Banchero. Here's Mobo. Banchero in the post.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Here's Wright. Takes it inside.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? The three is up. The rebound by Jackson. And they're on the break. Here's Ayton. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. In transition, here they come. Pass to Wembanyama. He takes it in. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
Irving looking around. Oh, deflected. On the break. The three from Banchero. Here's Wembanyama. The kick out to Banchero. Five to shoot. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, terrific follow through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And Irving gets it to go. Irving's got 5 points.
I love this approach, getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Julius Irving. First personal foul. First team foul.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
And that's a foul called on Delon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Whitmore. He's scoreless.
Number 2.
Banchero the screen. That three's off the mark. 3 on 3. Here's Mobo. Second shot opportunity. Back to Ayton. Pass to Irving. Now here's Coulibaly. Just 5 to shoot. The three is up. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And he's got such great hands. Ayton corrals rebounds and doesn't lose his touch on follow-ups.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Ayton. Irving goes in. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. He's got 7.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Wembanyama using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing, dominating on the inside.
And here's Wright. Here's Mobo. Offline with a 3. Right side Whitmore. The kick out to Banchero. Fires in the triple. Banchero's got 5 points.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Pass to Ayton. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 4, and we'll return shortly.
The visiting team, 11.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
The shot by Fareed, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it. Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's Chalmers. Pass to Shepard. Here's Chalmers. Inside. Here's Reddish. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
First free throw is good.
Reddish at the line for 2.
Both good from the line that time.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Outside Koulibaly. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Pass to Chalmers. Wing shot on the way. Basket counts.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And that one's good. Chalmers. Chalmers has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The shot by Fareed, no good.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Fast break, here we go.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Pass to Ellison. Outside Reddish. 4-3. Pure from 3-point range.
3 points.
Reddish has got 8 points here in the quarter.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
And here they come. Here's Koulibaly. 3-pointer in transition.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the looky like from 3 and capitalized.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Outside Reddish. Here's Shepard. Still no points. Pass to Mobo. Lets the three fly, and the three-pointer goes.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the floor.
Here's Black. Outside Wembanyama. Three-pointer. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the three.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him delivering.
And Irving powers it home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. There's a minute 59 left to the second period. Outside for Wembanyama. Nails it from beyond the arc. Wembanyama's got 6 points in the quarter.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. .144 left in the half. Right with the ball. Pass to Mobo. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Kick to the outside, heads-up play. Cognizant of the entire floor.
And here's Banchero. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
That's a 3-second violation.
And there's a 3-second violation.
Checking in for the away team. Number 22, DeAndre Ayton.
46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Back to Wright. Pass to Chalmers. From outside the arc. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. And they're pushing it up. Here's Banchero. Running the floor. Banchero.
In transition, Banchero already knows to turn on the Jets. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense to catch up on him at all.
Bobo. No good from outside. Driving to the basket.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Chalk up 2 there.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They're up by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Black, still without a bucket. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
Come on, BA. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Talk about... taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Now Koulibaly for three. Knocks down the triple. Koulibaly's got 8. Here's Wright. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
Here's Reddish. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Mobo. Back to Wembanyama. And Ayton pulls it down.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Back to Irving. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Outside Reddish. Pass to Ayton. Now here's Wright. They double him with Wembanyama. The 3 from Ayton. Counted from distance. Ayton's got 7.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. They set a pick. And it's blocked by Irving. Outside Reddish. Outside Irving. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. 15 points in the game.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Home team foul. Kenneth Faried.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here. And free throw good from Irving.
Julius Erling taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Outside Koulibaly. Fires the 3. The rebound by Jackson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs.
Here's Koulibaly. Off with the layup. On the wing, Irving. 20 points for him. Jackson outside. And the 3 off target. And they're on the run. Here's Reddish. sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Koulibaly on the wing. Fires for three. The rebound by Jackson.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Irving, that's good.
Oh, my. The air is thin from out there, but I tell you what, he's got deep range.
The shot by Fareed, no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts up a deep three. And it's Chalmers missing.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
To the paint. Tipped.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
And it's Shepard missing. To the inside. Pass to Chalmers. Hits the trifecta. Chalmers has got 6.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided.
64.
Delivering the blowout. And time to step away quickly. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Now here's Wright. Kicks it out to Jackson. Nails it from 3. Jackson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
You have to account for Jackson Jr. in the corner. I mean, he's an excellent three-point shooter.
Mobo. The rebound by Jackson.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Wright outside. Pass to Reddish. Back to Wright. Outside Reddish. And here's Koulibaly. He buries it from 3.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now Aiden launches it to the left side wing. 3-pointer. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
And here's Ayton. Ayton draws the double. Wembanyama up top. A deep 3. The rebound by Jackson. Outside Koulibaly. They get the rebound. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Pass to Reddish. Back to Wright. Count it.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Out left to the wing. Down low. Reddish on the wing. And stolen by Banchero.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Wembanyama. Second chance effort. And it's good on the layup. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more. No debate there. He got hammered.
And he makes the first.
At the line for two.
And the visitors call time here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
And Banchero drops them both.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Pass to right. Takes a three. Bobo with a rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
The three from Banchero. Drains the triple.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
And he commits the intentional foul.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
And Irving gets it to go.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Pass to Mobo. Now Irving. Gets the three ball to go.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Whitmore outside. Right with the board. Outside Irving. Back to right. On the wing, Irving. Puts up a deep three. Mobo with a rebound. To the inside. Pass to Banchero. Here's Fareed. Here's Chalmers. He's covered by Ayton. Here's Chalmers. Pulls it from the corner. It's off. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting.